Hi everyone. So today I wanted to show you guys how to do my winter foundation routine. When I was doing my how to color your complexion or make up your complexion for color treated hair, I didn't really touch base on my actual skin, everything that I was wearing. I did change some of the colors to suit my complexion, but overall they're actually the same products that I've been using through fall and winter as far as brand and product type. Maybe I just switched out like a blush color or something like that. When I remember when I wore the makeup in public, the face makeup, I got a lot of compliments on the face makeup and I was like, oh, I'm gonna maybe start doing my face like this more often, and kind of built variations on it and things like that, so it didn't, look the same, or wasn't exactly the same in every video. But there's a couple things that I do off camera that are pretty much the same as far as getting my face ready, putting on foundation, putting on bronzer, and things like that. I know a lot of you guys may have noticed I've been wearing the same highlighter for a while now. To stop showing it in videos, or maybe find other pink highlighters, because I've just been into pink highlighters. I think that's what it is. But anyways, I hope that you enjoy this video. I know there's probably going to be some questions why I've been wearing regular clothes or something bigger earrings in my videos. I film literally more often than ever on my days off, and I've been going out a lot more, so I do have some like new clothing. I've been reading fashion blogs lately, fashion videos. It's kind of a new favorite obsession because I kind of stopped buying fun new clothes for a long time, which is a shame, but shopping a little bit more because shopping can be healthy. Just, don't overdo it or anything like that. Blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I hope that you enjoy my my face routine, and I'm also going to show you how to pick out a foundation color. So if you're shopping this winter season, and pick yourself up something so you look nice in Christmas photos, and I'll show you kind of how to pick your foundation shade, because there are people in stores that want to test things on you, and it may not be the best or the right way, and I've noticed that too. I had one lady, she swatched foundation on my forehead, and I was like, that's not how you do it. So I'll help you out. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and thanks for watching. I always do my eyes before I do my actual face and skin. That way it's all clean. Now, if you're wondering what's on my eyes, this is very similar to the look I just created, which is the pink shimmery gleaming video. I'll put it in the bottom bar if you'd like to check it out. For the purples, I just used Cut the Cake and First Dance from the Too Faced palette, and then in the original look I'm using the matte palette. So okay, so for the face, I have already prepped and primed it. I have taken my Too Faced Lush Breath of Too Faced. This is the Lush Breath of Fresh Air. I spritz that all over my face. Usually I do that when my eyes are bare, but I'm wearing waterproof liners. It will be fine. And then Andalou Naturals facial lotion. This has an SPF of 18, and it's just an age-defying daily defense. Usually I do these steps before I do all my eye work. So around this time is when I pull out my 100% pure organic coffee bean caffeine eye cream and put that on my eyes. I take the Hurrah lip balm, which is my favorite lip balm of all time. My flavor is grapefruit. They all kind of work about the same. I'm going to take the Too Faced Absolutely Flawless Concealer. I usually place a little bit of this on some blemishes before I do some filming if they're really bad blemishes, but I always put it under my foundation. I know they say it works to put it over your foundation, do it last. I notice that I tend to wear more foundation, and my complexion just doesn't blend as easily to me, or evenly to me, if I put it over. Now, the reason some people like to do the concealer after is because they feel like their concealer shifts every which way when they're working on their foundation. It really just depends on how you move your brush. If you don't want to move your concealer too much, some might move, but majority of it will not. For foundation, it really depends on what skin zone I'm in. I like to have a couple foundations on hand in case I'm really tan, but in case I'm lightening up a little bit and I don't have time to tan or or I don't want to put on as much bronzer just because I'm kind of tired of the tan look, I always have a lighter shade, Inglot number 41. Or even if I just want to tone down the redness of my skin, I'll wear that one. This is the Inglot AMC 25, which if I'm losing my tan, this is way too yellow, and it'll be a stark difference between my ear and my face. So I don't want to put foundation on my ear, so I usually just don't. How to figure out what foundation shade is working for you. Inglot number 25. If it blends into the jawline, that's your color. If I want to lighten myself up, I can do that. I just need to do a little bit more blending and maybe a little bit more bronzer on the cheekbone. It can be done. This is the 41. And it blends in, it's almost the same color. It blends in pretty easily as well, so I can really get away with whichever. Another trick they like to show you is put a swatch of your foundation on like so. It's gonna be way too light. But put a swatch of your foundation on like so. So they say the one that blends into your skin tone is gonna be the one for you. I'm gonna take the Dime Tools Yellow Bamboo Brush, 957, and when you stroke downwards, the color that disappears is you. This, you can see the light one, but you can't see the dark one. So I am going to be the slightly darker color. So just going to continue buffing that in. What you can do to make sure that your concealer rests on the skin is you can stipple your foundation on and work from the inside out. What really works to prevent excess aging is to work from in to out. You want to go from origin to insertion of the muscle. Otherwise, if you try to go from in to out, you're kind of smushing your face back in. Kind of my philosophy why I work on the eyes too. It's like, you know, I like to work from in to out. I'm going to take the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I do like cream-based bronzers because they just melt into the skin more whether you're pale or darker. And this has got a nice brown hue to it, so it doesn't kind of accentuate any overly warm tones. Collections Illuminating Touch Light Diffusing Concealer in number 2 Natural. I'm not sure if they still make this because their brand name changed, but I was sent some of these from the UK. I was sent quite a few of them, but they do look a lot lighter, but they're easy to apply and you can buff them in pretty well. If the illuminator is a little sheer or light for you, you can always blend some of your foundation back onto your skin to sort of even out the tone of it. I like to go too heavy with this because it'll cause some creasing naturally under the eye as the eye folds and bends through the day. So I just like to do a sheer layer of it. I like to put this at the peak of my brows to brighten that up and a little down the nose. And any concealer will do. It doesn't have to be an illuminating touch. Actually, if you just, when this is a little light on me, if I'm that tan, I'll just use this one. I also do want to try the Inglot version of the illuminating concealer as well because it's Inglot's always well priced. To keep my face from creasing, especially my face, I'm almost 28, so I do have like little baby fine lines, and it's not a big deal. I don't really like care or get upset over it or anything like that, but I just try to accentuate the positives. So this absorbs oils and creams very nicely since I do like to use heavy cream foundations. There's nothing wrong with heavy cream foundations. They're very emollient and sit beautifully on top of the skin, especially because I don't like to use silicone products because they break my face out. And it's really the only setting powder in a well-priced price bracket that really sets the face that I've seen. More people. I have to bartend tonight for like a party that my family's throwing, so if you keep hearing the doorbell going, that's why. I'm just kind of like getting ready since I don't have to go anywhere. I'm taking a little extra time in filming my routine. So anyways, I'm going to take the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer on the e.l.f. stipple brush. I'm just going to pop out that cheekbone a little bit more. And it kind of already has a very subtle guideline, so you really don't need too much. And that kind of helps keep the face natural as well. If you're running out of time, you could skip the powdered step. Forehead, where a shadow would drop. Hairline. And it's really easy to add a highlight when you've already placed an illuminator, because the highlighter will sit beautifully on top of the illuminator and not be ashy, sandy, glitter balmy. So especially if you have tan skin, it's always nice to do a little bit of illuminator, I've noticed, so that you have more versatility when picking highlights, because sometimes it can be really hard to find a good highlighter. I'm taking Snow Bunny. I'm just gonna pop out the upper cheekbone, placing this in the front and drawing it up in a circle. But I'm just gonna go straight for like the powder, because it's definitely enough. And I'm gonna take the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Blissful. These last all day on me. Very few say otherwise. So I've been using this blush a lot. Peachy pinks in general, but this blush more than ever. So I'm just going to pop this in the front of the cheekbone and blend it back. I've been wearing, I think, more brights and peachier cheeks, and my complexion does look different overall. I don't like to go too nude or too plain on the lips, because it can kind of just look very color draining. So I'm just gonna pop up the lip complexion or whatever, and it's kind of just to finalize my face routine and make my face work by choosing the right lip. Put on Inglot Soft Precision Lip Liner. This is a great basic lip liner to have. So I do consider it part of like the face routine, but well, it's all part of the face. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Inglot 224. It's a warm pink. Or as a blonde, I like to pump it up just to even out my skin. Put on a little bit of peach. Well, a healthy diet will help your complexion overall, but aside from that, not using mineral oil really works. So I just take a little extra few moments and steps to make sure that everything comes clean, comes together, since I do like to wear a full face of makeup, but I don't want it to look like heavy and overdone. So thank you so much for watching.